Hey guys, I'm David DeMuzio.
And I'm Dodge Feeler.
This is Hair Loss Hope, and better FUE surgery is here. And Dodge is going to talk about exactly why it is here and the benefits to you. So first off, he's going to talk about this product right here, which is called SurgiHeal Pro. And neither Dodge or I or anyone here at this office has any financial affiliation with SurgiHeal Pro. They just use SurgiHeal Pro in their practice. I've used it intraoperatively and postoperatively on my own surgeries, and it has totally changed my surgical experience. That's why we think it's so important that you know about this. And there's so much conversation and information around FUE tools, DHI or sapphire blade or wah blade, like wah punches, and the size of the punches and all of these tools. I mean, it's like you go online and entire forums and conversations all about this. And what's crazy is that this product right here is much more simple in the sense that it's not like a specialized tool, but it, I would say, changes the surgical experience for the patient probably more than any one of those tools, especially in like the sense that the surgery is actually like an easier process post-operatively. I know for myself, I've done, multiple surgeries with many different surgeons, and I couldn't tell you what tool each of them used on me, but I can definitely tell a huge difference when I used SurgiHeal Pro post-operatively versus when I didn't. So that's a major thing. And Dodge, being a nurse practitioner, he is doing a lot of extractions here, has been here for 5 years with Dr. McGrath during the FUE surgeries. So how has it changed everything? And why do you think that it makes FUE surgery a better process for patients?
So, we've used a wide range of different things. We use saline, hydrogen peroxide. Some people use things like chlorhexidine, which is relatively toxic, and we know now. Whereas, you get SurgiHeal, your cells make it. It's highly effective at
Your cells make it.
actual cells do use hypochlorous. And it's just something that it cleans this canvas quickly. You get dried blood, you get oozing, and nothing I've ever used will clear that canvas quicker to do the work. It helps with clotting. And additionally, we already see it healing during the process of the surgery. We actually see those holes starting to close up. The scabbing process is better. Within 2 weeks, pretty much everything is gone. All you have left are the little marks from the extractions themselves.
So what would you say, just anecdotally, the difference using saline, which is pretty much the standard, in the industry for most people, and versus SurgiHeal Pro, when you switched, how much faster, anecdotally, would you say the healing process is for the patient? With like redness, scabs falling off, during the bleeding, during the surgery or lack thereof?
I mean, during the surgery, I really would never see any improvement as far as using saline.
Okay. So
where
it's like 100% difference.
yeah,
basically.
100% difference. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, once again, you get blood that's starting to dry, and you soak this down a little bit, and you clean across it, and it's gone. And it, post-operatively, yeah, the scabbing can often last for 3 or so weeks, whereas once again, within 4 or 5 days, even that redness is starting to improve. And that's not for everybody. Everybody's individual, and it can change. But overall, the healing process is just, yeah, I would say probably 100%.
Wow. Yeah, for me, the difference was months of redness not using SurgiHeal Pro. Months of going, oh man, when is the redness going to go away? I remember calling Steve and going like, is this redness ever going to go away? To within 5 days versus, okay, and also scabs. Usually it would take about 10 days until the scabs would start coming off, When I used SurgiHeal Pro, it was down to 5 days, and I think all the scabs were gone. For sure, at 6 days, 100% not a single scab. But by 5 days, I think they were all off as well. And I mean, it was almost immediate. Yeah. Like it was crazy. Like within a couple of days, they were already starting to come off. And within 5-6 days, not one scab on my head, zero redness at that point. So it was like, other than the fact my head was shaved, you wouldn't even be able to tell that I had surgery like 5 days after surgeries. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, it's really just changed the whole face of the way we do post-operative care. Even when you look at like an FUT, we'll see incision lines starting to close up before we're even finished with the day. I mean, it's
wow.
the photos that we have, and and just, the overall improvement when it's time to get the sutures out. It's just been unbelievable.
I've never used Surgical Pro with an FUT procedure because I already had 3 of those before Surgical Pro was even a thing. I remember with FUT, like the biggest downside for me was the itching. I mean, it itched like crazy, this scar. And that was by far the worst part of the surgery. With the FUE surgeries I did it with, there was no itching, which there should be a bunch of itching because there's abrasions all over the place. What's the difference in the itching and kind of like how you're hearing back from patients anecdotally?
Occasionally we'll still get some complaints of itching, but it's very rare. I mean, I would say once every 3 to 6 months top. I mean, it's
Wow.
very, very rare that we have complaints of itching now. And
That's crazy because, I mean, before it's like everybody is just going to want to scratch the back of their head off with an FUT surgery, not using this stuff.
yeah, definitely. No, it's been amazing. It's just, seeing how quickly it can heal. And yeah, like you said, the itching is really not become much of a subject, where that was something that we were typically talking to patients at least once a week, if not more.
Wow. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope that you will get your surgeon to grab some Surgiheal Pro, because I promise that your surgical experience is going to be better using it. And man, if everyone has better surgeries, then it will just be easier to like deal with this industry. I mean, there's one of the biggest problems I think with like me trying to help people is the wide variance of experiences. That one guy's telling, okay, I'll give you an example. My friend Marion, I was just talking to him today. It's one of my very close friends, and I was like, man, like you're on the combo pill, you've got this great donor hair, you could get a hair transplant, and you would love having a new hairline. And he's like, yeah, I'd love to have a new hairline, he can afford it. He just made $250,000 like on a trade that he did a couple days ago, So he's like, the money is no problem. But the problem is, even though he's seen my experience, and he's seen my hair and he thinks that's awesome, one of our other mutual friends, Jason, has had 2 very bad experiences with hair transplants, and his hair looks horrible and he lost all his hair and it's like so bad. So like that's in Marion's mind when he's thinking about this. And he told me that he's like, yeah, but Jason, like what if I end up like Jason? And I'm like, dude, it's not going to happen. Like you come down here, like you're going to be good. It's going to be so easy for you. But the wide variance of experiences makes it harder for even me to help people, which is the whole goal of this channel. So, by more people using Surgiheal Pro, it will lead to better results, better experiences, and it's going to help more people. Thanks for watching, guys.